Okay, welcome to Hourglass chapter 23, I think. Um, Please like and subscribe if you're watching this far into this campaign. Yeah, some things have happened between last session and this session, particularly that you will find out, I suppose. There were some wound rolls made, and it wasn't that good, so let's get started here. Yes. No. 1 minute. Wasn't as ready as I thought.
Right.
You, Licia is nowhere to be found for at least the last day. Hedwig, you're looking for Zorath currently. Zorath and Mark, happen to find yourself in one of the engineering bays for whatever reason. Perhaps this was the nearest location from the simulator for Zorath, and perhaps it's close to Mark's quarters. But you do end up in the same location. Perhaps you're speaking to each other, and I'll just let you guys kick it off with some roleplay here, briefly.
Yeah.
So I mentioned.
Mark has actually been seeking Zorath out. He's doesn't look like he's slept well, and but he does seek Zorath out as soon as the kind of the day here starts, and he wants to train. He wants to train at learning to parry with this new shield that Hedwig gave him. But if Zorath is okay with that, then he'll discover
Zorath's always down. You'd note he's been spending more time trying to get better with sciences and such, and he's already gotten decent enough with firearms, so he's continually expanding his knowledge. These type of areas are actually pretty easy to find him in nowadays, since it's a little bit tricky for some of this stuff in The Sims. He kind of prefers having that the real stuff in his hand to really be able to tell if he's made a mistake in the same kind of way. But yeah.
And then you'll notice a couple of things as you're training. One is that Mark's training at quite a high intensity. He's pushing himself hard, possibly too hard, certainly borderline. And the other one is once he starts sweating, you can smell alcohol on the sweat.
Yeah, Zorath. There's a slight concern on his face as they spar and train continually. He, of course, uses the spear, although on occasion, to get you used to it, he'll kind of switch up to something else, thrown weapons, or just going at you hand to hand. Although he's clearly not as adept with such things, um, he does seem capable of using them efficiently. Um, but after a while, he does kind of look at you. Is Mark all right? Something is wrong, but Zorath is not sure.
No, no, I'm fine. I'm fine. It's just, that last mission, yeah. I took a hit and, just need to shake it off. I need to train, get back into it. I've been getting soft. And that gets you killed. Or it gets other people killed.
Zorath actually, his face kind of goes almost back to normal, kind of that kind of normal stern look as he nods at you quite heavily. Zorath understands. Zorath will not hold back then. And you see him start putting in just as much over effort, as it were. To the point where, I mean, it seems at multiple points like he's actually trying to get the spear patch your shield proper.
Cool. Yeah, so we'll be training pretty hard then.
Yeah.
Right.
You train for a few hours and both drenched in sweat. Hedwig, you're able to track them down based on there's like a system on the base where everyone you can basically see where everyone is if they're on the hub. And you find Walker and Zorath coming out of one of the training sims.
Hedwig sees the two coming out. She is something very large, thin in her arms. It's wrapped up in what looks to be red wrapping paper with little white polka dots all over it. As she clutches this in her arms and takes a deep breath as she sees the two come out. And she calls out towards them. Zorath, could I speak to you for a second?
Yeah, Zorath is kind of... He was looking at Mark as they talked, walking out of the sim. Of course, both of them drenched in sweat, as it were. And he kind of turns. And there's a very slight frown on his face. It's not like hostile or angry or anything, but it looks like it's a frown, plain and simple. What does Hedwig need?
She steps up. You can see there's a sheepish look on her face, her cheeks slightly colored. As she looks away from Zorath. First, I wanted to apologize for what I said, my hostility towards you. I want you to know that I don't want you dead, Zorath. About the timepiece, when we were in that place, I didn't set yours first because they're unpredictable. Sometimes, when one's set first, whoever's set first gets popped off before everyone else. So I wanted to set them in order of, well, survivability. I knew that if you were left first, and it was just the three of us, we would have gotten overrun. That's why I chose for Runway, and then Sam, and then you, because I knew that you could hold them off for a few seconds longer in case. She scratches the side of her head. No, to you, it wasn't the best decision, but in the time, for me, it was. But I'm sorry.
Yeah, and you see the whole time you're talking, as you continue, the frown kind of deepens, and there's like a kind of hunch to his brow, as he looks almost concerned, and he seems to be, as you kind of finish, he seems to be deep in thought. This makes sense then. So Hedwig does not dislike Zorath.
I find you a bit of a pain in the butt sometimes, but no, I don't dislike you. It's a bit of a peace offering. She extends her hands with the gift in it. It's probably about like 5 or 6 feet long, and very thin. She
Yeah,
says,
Zorath
"This is for you."
looks. Yeah, he looks at it and his eyes go a little bit wider. Hedwig has made something for Zorath, then.
Yes, I have.
He kind of holds out his hands to accept it. And you notice as you place it kind of into his hands, he kind of bows almost quite deeply. Zorath is sorry. Zorath could not understand Hedwig's thinking.
Not many people can, I'll be honest. But all's forgiven. But open it. It requires a little bit of explaining.
Yes, but next time, tell Zorath why Hedwig acts, and Zorath will not be angry.
I'll try. I'll try.
And you see the frown kind of dissipates and there's a smile on his face as he pulls away the wrapping.
Yeah, as you pull away the wrapping, Matt, why don't you explain what he sees?
So you see in your hands now, it looks to be a spear. The hilt's made out of what looks like a fine wood, slightly flexible, but the same. And everything feels like the same weight as the spear that you'd used before. On the head, it's almost kind of like a black onyx tip that has 3 points on the back of it. So you think if you stabbed into something and ripped it out, it would cause grievous wounds to whatever you'd stabbed inside of it. There is a slight glow about the head of it. You see it fluctuates between a blue and a yellowish color. But it's just very minor as you turn it.
Yeah, Zorath kind of holds it aloft and moves it through the air just a bit. This is... He smiles wide, his rather pointed teeth showing in a huge grin. This is very nice. Zorath quite likes this.
Good, because there's more to it. I call it the momentum transference aperture spear. So what you can do is, if you position it properly, and if you stab it into the air and you focus on whatever you want to hit at a range, it creates a portal that opens up. So wherever you stab into the air, the portal will open near your enemy, whoever it is, and you can stab them from afar. So you can stab behind enemy lines, basically.
Zorath can stab from distance.
Yes.
Spear like a gun.
Excited. Exactly, except you don't throw it. You just keep a hold of it.
Yes. And you see his face turns from one of like joy to like almost concern, but it's more so like, oh, like this actually is a thing. This is very good.
I'm glad you like it.
And he kind of, there's like a potted plant down the hall, and he kind of looks as he thrusts the spear in an attempt to use it as such.
Yeah, you do. It disappears, and you see kind of half of it kind of reappear, I don't know, a few feet away.
Yeah, it's basically, it opens up a blue portal where you are, and then a yellow portal where the item is to stab it.
Amazing.
Yes, that's why it has range 4.
Nice.
It just
Hedwig
uses
kind
your
of-
spear skills, so.
Yeah, she like kind of claps her hands, and you see her face lights up. She seems extremely excited. So you like it then?
Zorath loves this spear.
I'm so glad.
And he kind of smiles and looks to you again. Zorath He's sorry. Again, Zorath is not good at explaining properly.
It's okay, Zorhan. I just had to get used to it, is all. But I'm glad you like this.
Very much.
Now I have to go. The two of you smell awful.
Yes.
I'm gonna try and find Licia.
As you start to walk away, Doc Torre walks into the area and he's just, Guys, I made a terrible mistake coming here. He's talking to himself, but loud enough that anyone can hear him.
Zorath kind of turns. Doctore does not like this place, then.
I don't like being lunch for someone, no! Didn't know you had all sorts of freaks here.
What do you mean?
Lunch?
Yes, this wizard, Merlin, bade me come to some tower. I walked through a magical gate, and I was at this tower, and I walked up an infernal amount of stairs with no response, and this old geezer points me to this woman, seemed to be dying. Not sure. Dark skin. Anyway, told her to drink of my blood until she was healed, and I'm not sure, think she refused. And then while they were arguing, I left quickly.
Hedwig, her eyes open widely, and she doesn't ask any more questions. She just takes off towards the portal.
Where are you going?
She doesn't answer.
Yeah, he just looks at the other two.
Zorath sees her
Mark
run off
just,
and kind of looks to Doctore. This was Licia, then.
I don't know who the hell it was. Was never seen her before in my life.
And Zorath just kind of gives a nod and chases off after them.
and, there's a moment where Mark and Doctoria are left in the corridor, and Mark's expression for a lot of the day has just been very kind of flat. You know, it's like a mask has come down, and still with that in place, he just looks across at Doctoria and just says, "Shit," and then walks off.
You walk off, and it's not, the portal is, you can actually, this is one of the places you can get to on your own, as with Hedwig's personal space and the restaurant and things like that. There's some preset destinations that are easy to get to since they're attached to the hub in one way or another. You get to Merlin's Tower. Most of you have never been here before, if any of you have been here before, which I don't think any of you have.
Hedwig has.
Okay, you have. So you end up walking the stairs. It's just as before. There's no response. And then you get up to this large chamber. Boop, 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 boop. Go away. Okay. You see there's these all sort of strange, whimsical fantasy things. Large tapestries, books piled high, beakers and elixirs and bubbling liquids, etc., etc. You see some sort of monstrous head hanging from the ceiling. But most importantly, you see there's a makeshift bed, and you see Licia clearly lying in it, and Merlin, like, seated by the bed, just reading a book, looking slightly perturbed. As you get closer to Licia, you see one of her arms has withered almost into nothing. It's flaked to dust, a lot of it. As she slowly appears to be withering away to ash. And Merlin looks up over the edge of his book and, well, you have come then, I see. Well, say your goodbyes to this one, unless someone wants to feed her proper.
Hedwig had run up the stairs. She was sweating, nearly out of breath, and she hurries over to Alicia's side and kind of grabs both her shoulders.
As you grab her shoulders, the one is particularly on the one side that is... Give me 1 second, because this is... I think I've found the bad one. The bad song. This one is... This one. Stop.
That one's fine, I would say.
Yeah, that's the one we were talking about, though.
No,
Okay.
no, it wasn't.
Oh, really?
Fine.
Well, okay. Anyway, so you grab her shoulder, and especially on that one side that's burnt, it just like you grab it, and it changes to ash in your hand, and you see just kind of the ash fall through your fingertips.
She briefly looks at her hand in horror, then looks down to Alicia. What happened? What can I do?
She is just kind of looking at you. It seems like she's having a hard time focusing her attention. Sometimes it seems like she's looking at you, and other times it seems like she's looking through you. But as she speaks, she has a soft smile on her face. Hedwig,
Yes,
you're here.
of course I'm here, Alicia. Of course I'm here. What can I do for you?
She slightly shakes her head, but you can see she doesn't have much energy, so it doesn't actually move much. There's nothing to be done.
That's not true, technically. If she would
What is that?
consume enough fresh blood, she could survive, but she's being stubborn and bullheaded.
And then give me a knife.
No,
Sure.
no, no. All of
No.
your blood, you would die.
What if it was two of us? We could do it.
No,
What do you mean no?
this is my choice, Hedwig. I don't want to kill anyone here. I don't want to drink their blood.
But if two of us or even three, all of us would contribute to this, Alicia.
And then I would be alone.
No, you wouldn't. We'd all still be alive. We can just be in the med bay. It'll take us a little bit longer to recover, but you'll be alive.
Yeah, and you see Zorath kind of start stomping over. Zorath does not understand. Lesia was fine yesterday.
The wound in my stomach got worse. I can't heal it on my own. The only way to do so would be to drink, and if I were to start drinking, I do not believe I'd be able to stop.
Hedwig looks around, almost trying to figure out what to do.
Merlin, it's a damn waste of a good experiment, if you ask me. I offered up a fresh, barely important person for her to drink, and no, she doesn't want to do it. Not for me, not for her, not for you, even.
Hedwig looks down to Alicia. You can't leave me again, Alicia. You've already left me once. You can't leave me again. Please.
I'm sorry, Hedwig.
You promised you'd stay and that you'd always be here. You
I-
promised.
I know. I will try to always be with you. I've tried my best. But these past weeks with you have been the best of my life.
And Hedwig begins sobbing, the tears spilling onto Alicia's chest. I don't want to lose you again, Alicia.
What is Mark doing?
Yeah, so Mark was a little way behind. He had a bad feeling about this, and he wasn't running into it. He's trying to use sort of impassivity to cover up the fact that underneath he's a mess, and he's not really. He's kind of getting himself ready to deal with what he thinks is coming next. So by the time he walks in, that mask again, the sort of impassive face is very much in place. And he walks in and kind of stands back against the wall, and doesn't really push himself forward. He's standing back. He's there, but he's not stepping forward at all.
I do not want to go.
I don't want you to go either.
I'm afraid to go. I love you.
I love you too.
But it is because I love you that I cannot let you try to sacrifice yourself for me or anyone else.
And Hedwig, she grabs onto Alicia and just begins to sob into her chest.
I think Licia tries to lift up her other arm to wrap it around Hedwig, but as it does, and as it begins to move, parts of it begin to turn to ash, and she's unable to, and it falls once more to her side. You probably feel parts of your hair beginning to grow wet as tears are running down her face into your hair. I'm so sorry. I wish I could do better.
I just wish there was more time. I wish I could have been here for you. I should have been called. I could have done something. I couldn't do anything last time, and I can't do anything now.
You are here with me. Brings me a comfort I can't gripe.
I don't want to let you go, Alicia.
May I ask you one last favor?
Of course. What is it? Anything?
And she's quiet for a moment as she begins to consider her next words, and if it's a fair favor to ask. May I kiss you just once?
Hedwig nods to tears. She leans down and presses her lips against Licia's.
Your lips meet for a moment, and though they're cold, they smile. And I think as your lips connect after a moment, you begin to feel ash in your mouth.
Hedwig opens her eyes and just tries to grip on to the left of Licia. She begins to wail.
Licia's head falls back, and her eyes close as parts of her begin to just fade into the bed, and she is gone.
Yeah, and it like very quickly accelerates from just bits and pieces of ash to just suddenly just her whole body just almost implodes in ash, and it's like boof, and it kind of gets blown up in the air a bit, and you just see this pillow of, soot in the air. Merlin has a quill in his hand, and he begins scribbling down. It's, oh, fascinating, fascinating. And he's kind of just mumbling to himself.
Hedwig sits back on her legs as she's been sitting on the floor. She just kind of stares at where Alicia was, not moving, but tears still flowing down her face. No sound comes out anymore.
Zorath watches the exchange, his face incredibly grim, not sure what to do, how to act even. He just watches as his face grows incredibly dire and casts to the ground.
Mark, standing by the wall where no one can see, his face is looking, his mask slips for a moment, he's looking absolutely stricken. And then he drops it back into place again, takes a deep breath, and then walks over, kneels down beside Hedwig, and puts an arm around her. He doesn't say anything, he just puts an arm around her.
And as soon as Mark touches Hedwig, the sounds resume as she begins sobbing, grabs onto Mark and pulls him in close, putting her head on his chest and unable to speak.
Yeah, the you do see ruby, the Alicia's ruby red amulet in the ash. The last thing you see is this amulet sparkle as some of the sunlight hits it, and then all of a sudden it changes, and it looks like some sort of mechanical object. All of a sudden, just a normal watch. Well, you should take her timepiece. Mr. Time will want to know that, and I've already informed him of what's happening here.
And Mark ignores him, he's still just holding on to Alicia.
Merlin, excuse me, I have much research to do. If you could be off.
Mark turns and looks up at him and says, "No, you need to stop talking, old man. Shut up and give her a minute."
He raises his eyebrows. Ha! So uncouth. Begins to scribble.
Hedwig eventually lets go of Mark and stands to her feet. She grabs what was once the amulet, now timepiece, in her hands, clutching it tightly. Her stare is vacant, still says nothing, and then she just turns and begins to slowly leave.
Zorath looks up at her for a moment as she passes him, looks as if he's about to say something. You hear, like, the words start to come out, but then just stammer and stop. And he just follows behind and leaves.
And Mark hangs back for a bit as they leave, and then once they're a little bit clear, he turns to Merlin and says, "I don't understand. I mean, she was hurt, but I thought she could heal anything. I thought you had, like, potions or something, right? What went wrong?"
Well, I hadn't synthesized all her, created the elixirs for all her blood at the highest potency yet. She can only be healed minor wounds, naturally. There are different types of these creatures. She wasn't all that powerful of their kind. Had some powers, certainly, but regeneration was minor in her case. It was a severe wound. Burns from her shoulder to her elbow, almost to the bone. It festered, and I could not heal it. If it was McCoy being able to heal her, yes, perhaps he would have been able to. But this was the magic variety, and I have not encountered one of these beings for quite some time. And my research is, well, incomplete. He shrugs. Only so much I can do.
Well, I guess you did what you could. Thank you. Look, and he waves a hand over to where Alicia's ashes are. He says, look, where I come from, sometimes people choose after they're dead to be burnt to ash. And they have like urns, like vases, containers that they put the ashes in. Could you, I mean, you don't want to leave her there, right? Could we get her into an urn? Then we could at least...
I might keep a bit of it for research purposes, but, sure. I don't want this everywhere. I'll have one of the, robots from the hub come up and clean it up. And deliver it to, you, Miss Hedwig.
Miss Hedwig, well, I think to me, actually, and then I'll talk to Hedwig. But look, can you do it with respect? She was our friend, not just a research subject.
How would that go? I don't plan on pissing on it like a cat, if that's what you mean.
Right. And Mark looks like he's struggling to kind of be respectful at this point, and he says, well, I've said what I'm going to say. But thanks. And then he turns around and walks out the door. And then kind of jogs to catch up with Zorath and Hedwig.
Yeah, you kind of quickly jog down the stairs. By the time you get there, they're already through the portal, we'll say. And you each get through the portal. You're back here. One sec. Small versions of your tokens. Mr. Time is not quite there yet, so please ignore him. Yep, you end up back in the hub.
Okay. So Mark will look around for Hedwig.
She's begun walking off. She's walking aimlessly right now, looking down at the amulet or the timepiece.
Mark kind of runs up to catch her and says, look, I know nothing's going to help at a time like this, but for what it's worth, sorry she's gone. She was, well, I misjudged her, and she was a hell of a woman. A good friend.
Hedwig just nods. She leans on the wall and kind of sits down, still not looking at Mark, just looking down at the timepiece. I should have done something.
No.
Zorath kind of looks to both of them. There is nothing that could be done. Alicia did not want that.
She didn't want me to help her the first time, too. Every time she just leaves me.
Sometimes the truth is, no matter how much we want to help the people we care about, We can't. Sometimes you can't save them.
I should be able to save her. I should have been able to save Emma. I can make anything. But I can't make her come back.
And Mark just looks down. Yeah, he's got no answer to that. And he kind of hesitantly puts an arm on her shoulder again and says, "Do you want to go for a drink?"
And Hedwig looks up. Yes.
As you say that, you hear the click, 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 click on the ground, and Mr. Time's voice, "Oh, no time for drinks, I'm afraid. Duty calls, duty calls."
Mark turns to him and says, Not for Hedwig. Not right now."
Oh, I need Hedwig's skills for this next mission. I'm sorry about Alicia, but I have found that humans particularly find that concentration and hard work can drown out their troubles and their sorrows. I think that's what you need right now, Hedwig.
Hedwig looks up to Mr. Time. I don't know if I can do whatever's necessary, sir.
I believe you can. I believe you can. Just focus on the mission, and we'll talk about Licia when you return. I don't believe you were there when she was injured.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't there. I should have been there.
Well, yeah, you can't go on all missions, but if you're there this time, perhaps you can help Zorath and Mark not suffer the same fate as your friend.
She begins to tear up again.
Mark says, "Jesus, what is wrong with you? Can't you see she's suffering?"
I believe you're suffering too, Mr. Walker. You've been dipping into your beverages quite a bit. I believe if I was a psychiatrist, I would diagnose you with an onset of alcoholism.
I just looks at him and a mixture of the guy's delivery and the fact he's actually spot on really riles Mark up. And he knows he's got no chance, but there's no point like taking a swing at the guy, so he just looks at him and says, "Fuck you."
I'm sorry, this is the way. We will talk about this all later when you return. We have a good situation to really bolster our numbers, and I believe it will help us all here and save others from suffering a fate like your friend.
Her name's Licia. Just use her name.
Ah, Agent Licia.
Hedwig sighs and clutches harder onto the timepiece. There's no use arguing.
No, it's not with him.
Stands up. No. Let's go.
Well, let me tell you about your mission before you get going. There is a child that you're to rescue and bring here for training. His name is Anakin Skywalker. He is to grow up to be a powerful, powerful man. But troubled, you could say. We don't want to let that happen. Bring the boy back. Do whatever you have to. Use Mrs. Licia's amulet, or I guess it's now a timepiece, if you find someone suitable to record, or to recruit. There are very powerful entities here. Danger level is high, but I trust in your abilities.
Hedwig makes her way towards the portal. She looks to Mr. Time. You know, I see why so many agents who've died over whatever span of time there's been. Why there's been so many versions of me and what the Force. You have all this time, you say. Everything is almost frozen. We can go any place at any real time, but you send us out when we're not ready.
You're agents of Hourglass, Miss Wright. You must be ready at any time. Sometimes the portal can only send you there at the right time and the right place just once. We monitor these things very, very acutely. If we wait, situations may be different, slightly, but this is your optimal time for success. Perhaps if you come back, we could talk about heading back in time one more time and seeing if you could find Licia before she becomes an agent of Hourglass. And then you can have another Licia at your side if you wish it. I would not be opposed to that. I did not think she was a very good agent, however.
Ooh.
Hedwig.
Actually, at that point, the spear actually would thrust at Mr. Time.
You're actually attacking him?
Yeah, Zorath would.
Yeah, it goes
that.
right through him. He's kind of like not a solid, and it just wobbles through him, and he's like, "Oh dear, Zorath, you've misplaced your spear."
Zorath will misplace his spear more if time speaks out of turn.
Please, Zorath. Alright now. She looks up to Time. I don't think I want to go back for Licia. I think everything will play out just the same if she comes back. She'll continue to leave me.
Well, an agent's shelf life here in Hourglass is several years, so perhaps she could do better next time.
Mark walks up to him, walks up sort of face to face, but kind of face to face plate.
Yeah.
And just looks where his eyes would be and says, "You need to stop talking right now and fuck off. Really, right now. We'll go on your mission, but go."
Very well. Please rescue the child and bring him back here safely.
Yep, we will. And Mark takes a deep breath, just turns his back on Mr. Time and kind of puts a hand across kind of in front of Zorath, not like physically barring him, but kind of like indicating to him of just like, there's no point, back away.
Yeah, you see, there's a pretty hefty glare in his eyes towards Time. He had been kind of looking between everyone, growing more frustrated, more confused as to what the hell was going on with this situation. Like, wait, we're going on a mission and shit, and like, this doesn't fucking make sense. And then, like, when Time says that about Licia, he just snapped. And, he looks to you almost with that similar glare, but just nods and turns.
And for a second, as he looks at Mark with that glare, he sees just a flash from Mark that Mark actually feels the same way. He's holding it all in, but he actually feels just the same. If he thought he had any chance of taking a probably would.
Well, good luck to you then.
And Mark sort of turns and puts out a hand to Hedwig's shoulder, and then sort of steps, kind of uses that hand sort of gently on her shoulder to kind of step past her, and then stands in front of the portal and says to them both, look, this is all fucked up. We shouldn't be going on a mission right now, but it looks like we don't have a choice.
We never have a choice, Mark.
No. And I'm sorry, because I've made a mistake. I thought what we had here was, I don't know, some kind of great hope. But all it is another fucked up shitty war. And that I know. So Hedwig, I'm sorry to have to ask this of you, but you need to take a deep breath, take everything you're feeling and just clamp it down deep inside. Because right now you've got to focus on the mission and you've got to focus on getting out of this alive. That's what she'd want.
Hedwig nods. She looks at her hand, the one that she usually holds in Lycia's, and she just nods to Mark. I made a promise to Sam too, that I wouldn't be sacrificing or tempting anymore. I don't have a choice but to live through this.
Yeah, and you probably don't feel like it much right now, but that's your job.
I know.
Look, everything you're feeling right now it's normal, it's natural, but it will get you killed. So right now, do what you have to, but you can't feel it.
You see Zorath kind of step up and past. This is foolish. Zorath's anger fuels him. Zorath's power is this. Time speaks foolishly of Lycia. Zorath should not even speak the names of the dead. But things change. Zorath will feel what he wishes. He is bound by none such as time. And you see him kind of move up ahead and hop into the portal.
And Mark was drawing a breath as if he was about to say something, and then he sees Zorath go into the portal, and he's going, shit. Okay, sorry, Hedwig. I'd give you more time if I could, but it's go time. Okay, head in the game. And then he turns his back and then walks through the portal.
Hedwig rubs the hand she put in Lacey's before. She holds on to her own hand as she walks in the portal.
You walk through the portal, and yeah, did you say you held your own hand?
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what?
That's so sad.
That's
Oh my
horrible.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold anymore.
Yeah, you come into a room. The light is almost blinding through these stained glass windows. You see there's 3 figures standing nearby. One, an older man wearing kind of a brown cloak. Another, a younger female wearing similar clothes. And then a young boy. The man walks over to the young woman and says, "Wait here with these guardsmen. Make sure that Gunray doesn't come out of the throne room. Anakin and I will go with Padme, and we will find the alternate way to open the door."
She kind of nods towards him, looking towards the throne room. Of course, Master. May the Force be with you.
And did we hear that name, Anakin?
Yes.
Then Mark will walk forwards and kind of like cough to get his attention.
Give me like 5 minutes, guys. Just 1 second. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Intermission to bring it back up.
Quick, watch funny videos.
I was
Yeah.
so sad.
Oof.
Can you
Poor
give
fucking
me
Hedwig, man.
Big
yeah?
oof.
Can you give me 5 minutes like Mr. Time didn't for Hedwig?
Right?
Fucking hell. Oh my god.
Oh.
Shit.
Fucking intense.
Yeah.
So
Wow, and I thought Mark might come across the bit of stick for telling Hedwig she had to like just get ahead in the game and stuff.
Nah, you're like
Next
Jesus
to Mr.
compared
Time.
to Mr. Time.
Yeah, Jesus. I mean, we do have Jesus with us right now, but
True. Irish Jesus.
yeah. Look at that face.
Does have a very particular set of skills.
Things start to go south. We should try spinning. That's a good trick.
That's a good trick.
Oh, I didn't mean to paste that. Let's repost this. I just found an article entitled with this title. Oh,
Oh no!
No!
Oh
Uh-oh.
Hedwig now. No.
Oh Christ.
Oh.
Fucking hell. Oh man. So sad. Yeah, time, man. Ooh. Zorath was pissed. Because for Zorath's culture, that was like one of the first things established is you're not supposed to name the dead. And so even more so, it's like basically like considered like about as much insult as you could to name the dead in a bad light, even in particular, I mean to say. So that like sent him over the fucking edge.
yeah.
Hedwig feels kind of betrayed a little bit. Just a smidge.
Oof.
Yeah, at some point we're going to have to tell him
like-
that it was Mark who pulled the trigger.
Yeah.
He doesn't know.
The whole like
Yeah.
can't leave me again. You promised me you'd stay.
Yeah, that was fucked up, man.
Ooh.
Big sad.
Rough shit.
I went back in the RP chat just to make sure that you said something like that, and you did.
Yeah.
Definitely did. Yeah.
Promise you won't leave. Yeah.
That was the
I
death
remember
flag.
that. God, that's fucked up. Side question about the spear: does it do more damage?
It does a little less damage because it's not the same spear. It's
Yeah,
not
that's
lethal.
what I figured.
It does have.
I wasn't sure if
it.
it was piercing not being applied. or something.
Piercing's applied. It just doesn't have what you call it, lethal weapon applied.
Oh,
It,
okay.
it has mortal though.
Does it?
Yes, it
Oh,
does.
does it? Shit.
It does.
It doesn't say that on the qualities, Matt.
We discussed. It's in the DMs.
Okay, I'll just add it. Okay, so I'm sorry. So
Okay.
Qui-Gon nods to Adala. Trust in the living force, my Padawan. We will be back soon. Come on, Anakin. Stay close to me. And he nods.
Mark was trying to get his attention, if he could.
Guardsman, yes.
Yes, I was just wondering, this little lad here, see Anakin Skywaller? Is that right?
Look,
Why do you ask?
Oh, you think I'd remember that? Yeah, look, we've been asked to take him to safety. Apparently he's in danger.
Yes, he is in danger. Who asked you to take him? He will be safe with me.
Oh, right. Well, I think then perhaps we should tag along with you as well then.
No.
Hello there. And Adala kind of steps forward. I assure you there's no place safer than next to Master Qui-Gon. You, on the other hand, we don't know you, so perhaps not.
Stay here with my Padawan. She will help you and give you guidance on what to do if necessary. Just be worried about the Trade Federation Viceroy in that room. Don't let him come out. Don't shoot him down either, but...
And Mark sort of looks at the situation and decides that it's probably best to go along. Turns around to the others and kind of shrugs, and then turns around to the younger woman and nods and says, "Well, yeah, look, we're new here, so we'll take your lead."
Qui-Gon catches that and, gives a look to Adala and says, "I'll return, my Padawan." And, come on, Anakin. "Okay, Mr. Qui-Gon." And, they go off down the hallway.
Yeah, Adala watches them leave and then turns towards the others. So, 3 new people with me. Great. This'll be easy. Your names? At the very least?
And Mark, hoping it's not going to be, no idea whether it's going to be out of place or not. This is, I'm Mark Walker.
Zorath kind of watches as Qui-Gon and Anakin walk down the hall, keeping a close eye on them until they turn. And then he gives a nod to Adala. Zorath.
Hedwig, she has her eyes down a bit, catches that they're speaking names, and she looks up. Hedwig, right.
Zorath kind of turns to Hedwig. Is Hedwig going to be alright?
She shrugs to Zorath. I have to be alright, Zorath.
Is something wrong?
We recently lost a companion.
Her face turns a little sorrowful and empathetic for a moment. I am sorry to hear that. They're one with the Force now.
Sure.
Doesn't make it any easier, though.
Mark sort of mouths across to Zorath the words "local religion."
Mark, give me a difficult lord, or a desperate lord check. Yeah. That's close, but not quite good enough. Yeah, you don't know. Yeah, local religion.
Well, Mark, Zorath, and Hedwig, I am Adala Kizo, Jedi Padawan to Qui-Gon Jinn. Don't worry, you'll be safe by my side.
Yeah, you guys look at her, and she's not holding a weapon that you can really tell. She has 2 of these cylinders hanging from her side, but you don't see any weapons.
Yeah, Zorath kind of looks her over, takes her in, sees those. And his closest guess of most everything is, oh, that's probably some kind of gun. So he seems, yeah.
That's fair guess.
Now, which it is it's a fair guess most of the time.
Yeah.
If it's something that looks advanced in any regards, it's probably some kind of weapon that shoots things. But he looks fairly concerned and frustrated at the same time, not knowing really how to outlet the emotions he has now, given they're forced to wait about. Especially with the situation with Hedwig.
Mark sort of gives her a praising look, and I'm presuming she doesn't look particularly
Old?
particularly. Yeah,
No,
she looks
pretty young. I'm
young.
guessing. You tell me, Emma, but yeah.
Yeah, she's about 20.
And did she look quite kind of? I guess she wouldn't look particularly strong, but she might look quite athletic. Does she, or you know?
Yeah, you would just. I mean, you're used to kind of reading people. She seems to be probably pretty agile.
Okay. So, yeah, he looks across and says, "So this your first?" And he looks around. Is there any sounds of like gunfire or
Give me a
explosions or anything like
perception
that?
roll. Challenging, we'll say.
Okay. There.
Yeah, you hear a fair amount of gunfire outside of the building. Inside the building, you're not so sure, but definitely outside of the building.
So he sort of pauses and says, "This is your first. And then pauses, hears the sounds, and says, "First battle."
I've been in some skirmishes before. Nothing on this scale, but everything will be fine. We simply need to wait here until one of two things happens. Either that door opens, or Qui-Gon comes back with that door open. So, I suppose we simply wait for that door to open.
This door will not open normally, then.
Yeah, Adala knows it's locked from the inside.
No, unfortunately, it's locked from the inside.
I mean, could we use a charge on it? Blow it open?
Do you have one with you?
No, I don't. But I mean, if there's a battle going on, you know, maybe someone does.
Hedwig looks over at it. Is there like a keypad or this thing? Probably not.
There's a stereotypical interface for the door. Star Wars
Hedwig's
interface.
gonna meander over to it and kind of look it over, see if she can maybe get into it. She looks back.
Do we want to open this door? I can try.
I suppose it would make things easier.
Sure, I'll see. I've never seen one like this. But
There's probably also a pad of some sort, like a junction box, kind of.
Yeah, she'll try to break into it. I don't know if you want me to use like a hacking or...
Yeah, hacking would be fine.
Sure.
Zorath kind of looks to Adala. And what is inside?
What was the guy's name again, Tet?
It's Viceroy Gunray of the Trade Federation.
Viceroy Gunray of the Trade Federation. He's hiding in there from us at the moment.
This one is an enemy, then.
Yes, but we shouldn't kill him. She picks up the comm link to hear what's being said. Tet.
Yeah, you hear, as soon as you bring it up, you hear, Adala. You think it's Qui-Gon speaking very softly.
Yes, Master?
The Sith. They're here. They have the boy.
And at this point, like, Sith haven't been around for a very long time, right?
Yeah, but you know that what happened on Tatooine, where the Sith jumped out and attacked Qui-Gon, but you hadn't seen him since, like Phantom Menace style, when he's attacked in the desert by Darth Maul.
Yeah. She answers the comm link again. Master, where are you? I'll come right away.
Don't worry about me. They're headed to the hangar. You'll need to go through the power. I don't. Hurry, before he gets away. Be careful.
Yes, Master. I'll rejoin with you soon. I'll take care of it.
And then there's silence from the other end of the comm link.
She looks at the three of you. Right, forget about that. You three with me.
Did Hedwig get the door open at all?
Did you hack it?
I rolled
21.
21.
Didn't see it. 21 would not be enough.
That's okay. Yeah, she tries and she just stands up and she says, what's wrong?
What is going on?
Sith. We need to hurry before they get away.
Alright. Is the boy okay?
I'm sure Qui-Gon's taking good care of him. Just... Why do I feel like you're gonna be the death of me? Come on, come on! And she's, like, hurrying down the hall.
So, Dolly, you have the choice. You can actually make a survival check.
Okay.
Just to kind of navigate this palace.
What's that under?
That is under mental intelligence.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, that's good enough. So you know that there is an elevator that heads down, and then there are also stairs that head down. Both head towards the power generator, which is on the way to the hangar, which is where Qui-Gon was going. So you can decide which way to go.
Probably, I feel like... How many floors would it be? Do I know?
Roll me a...
If it's a long way down, she'll
roll a
probably
1d10. And that's how far... Yeah, not
she'll
9
probably
floors.
take the elevator.
Yeah. Okay. You rush to this large elevator in the middle of the palace. Let me see, do I have another... Yeah, we use this. And as you get to this location, you go to call the elevator, and you just hear this... And you see access denied.
Let's see if I can get this one. And Hedwig will try to hack into this one.
Okay, do you want to use a fate or anything?
I should have one. I don't know why it says 0.
Probably because you used it last time.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't burn it.
Yeah.
I used it. I'll use it to get a benefit to this.
Okay.
So, +1. Even worse.
Yeah. It just... You're just unfamiliar with this tech, really.
I'm sorry, I can't get into it.
It's fine, it's fine. There are stairs. Follow me.
Okay.
She runs to the stairs.
All right. You each of you roll either survival, athletics, or investigation. Then I'm gonna roll something. Music is going for me. Do you not hear it?
I'll just refresh.
Just like move the like sound bar a little bit and roll 20 and it'll work.
Did on my side.
Hey. Thank you.
I think my survival is the same as my athletics, so I'll just do athletics. I forget I don't need to use the sheet. Lol. No, mall. It's mall. Not mine.
Yep, you head down into the power generator. It's going slower than you would like as you get down there. And you look around, you see no sign of Darth Maul, but Adala, you do see a figure lying on one of the walkways, and it's pretty obvious who it is.
Yeah, she calls out to him, Master!
There's no response.
She begins to panic a little bit, but she knows that she needs to stay focused on what he told her to do. And so she's going to try to run to the hangar.
What do the rest of you do as you see this man lying on the ground, unresponsive, apparently?
Zorath looks around for Anakin first off, obviously.
Not there.
Not seeing him, assumes that this threat has taken him, so charges off alongside Adala, presumably.
Should I make that fortitude check for haunted? I feel like I should.
I was wondering about something like that.
10.
Yeah, I'm thinking, would this remind you of that? If you think it would, that's fine. I don't necessarily think
everything reminds her. Of
just a
Alicia
dead
right
body
now.
does. Maybe
She's
dead body.
Very.
Yeah, go ahead. Make a fortitude
Yeah.
check.
It did
I
just
mean-
happen, literally, so...
Yeah, she's. Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna make this
21 is what you're going for.
one. Yeah, no. 5. Mm-mm.
Holy crap! 5. Okay.
I don't have a lot of fortitude.
No, you don't. Okay. Let's see. Oh boy. You take 1 mental wound with levels of success equal to your terror level. So you take a mental wound. That doesn't make sense though. Equal to your terror level.
It's a 9.
Yeah, that doesn't make a lot of sense though. I'm just gonna give you one at 15 for now. Well, actually, I'll figure out what it is. But that's fine. You have one. That's enough to give you a hardship. Yeah. So how do you react as you see this dead body?
Just everything really reminding her of Lisa right now, and seeing long hair and just kind of lying there. Her eyes widen. I start to tear up, and she looks away and starts to breathe heavy, trying to keep composure. As flashes of images of Licia go through her mind again.
Mark was, as soon as he saw the body, was wondering whether it was going to hit Hedwig like this. So as soon as he sees that, he steps between her and the body, and he just puts his 2 fingers up to where his eyes are on his helmet, and then he'll just pull the visor of his helmet up and just say, "My eyes, look at my eyes. Keep your eyes on me, all right? Don't look down. Don't look at the body. Look at me. Yeah?
Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
we're going to get past. We're just going to walk past
Okay.
and keep going. right?
Right.
Okay. Hand on my shoulder, look at the back of my head. Okay, and he grabs her hand, puts it on his shoulder, and then he says, "You're watching my back, that's all you're watching." And then he just walks, he sort of strides quickly past Qui-Gon's body. And then once they're past, he'll sort of guide Hedwig ahead of him and say, "Now go, come on, catch Zorath. Move."
Okay. She nods, following instruction and running, trying to catch up with Zorath.
And then Mark, making sure she doesn't see, leans down, closes Qui-Gon's eyes, and then he takes a sort of deep, slightly ragged breath himself.
As you reach down to close Qui-Gon's eyes, he says, train the child. He is the chosen one. He will bring balance to the Force.
And Mark, oh yeah, that's a good point. Do I think he's do I think if we that he's just about to die in the next few seconds? Or,
I mean, you see he has a huge
actually
hole in his stomach.
Doctor can fix it. Send it back.
Yeah, but if we use a watch on him, though, we won't have one. For
Well,
the
you
kid.
have the recruiting watches,
Lodge.
yeah.
We have lots.
Oh, we've got extra, have we? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll slap one on him then and send him back.
Adali, you see Mark, as you kind of running by, you kind of look over your shoulder, you see the guard, Mark, lingering behind. He puts something around Qui-Gon's wrist, and then after a few moments, Qui-Gon disappears. Like, just zoop, vanishes. Something you've never seen before, even in the Jedi Academy, under the tutelage of Yoda and such.
She stops. What did you do to him?
Maybe saved him. I don't know. There's no time to explain right now. We've got to go after the kid, right? We've got to save him.
Zorath sees the other stop. Why are we stopping?
We're not. Let's keep moving.
All right, you'll explain later. And she continues running.
As you do, you finally get out of the power generator and down this long hallway that intersects with the hangar. You see there's several guards milling about, and they're looking outside, looking down. Oh, who are you? And they, it's a Jedi, and I don't recognize these ones. One of them says.
Is that with me?
Oh, I see. We've been ordered to confirm all identities coming through here. I'm sorry, Master Jedi.
We don't have time for this. Where?
This was the Queen's orders. Please hand over your ID cards. At least, being a Jedi, you can go, but the others will need to see your ID cards. Should be no problem.
Hedwig.
What unit are you
looks at
in?
the guard. Hedwig looks at the guards and says, "There's a boy that's been taken. We don't have time for this."
My master was killed. His killer is on the loose. We need to go.
Oh, you are free to go, Master Jedi. But these
They're
guards
coming with me.
front. Go ahead and give me some sort of persuasion, intimidation roll. Rhetoric would work. Whatever you would like.
These are not the guards we're looking for.
Yeah, because Zorath is like about to start moving. You can see
I was
he
just
looks
thinking
like
that.
he's gonna keep moving.
These are Jedi
Are
mind
you
tricks.
kidding me?
Jedi mind tricks.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my god.
Anybody else want to try persuasion?
I think Zorath will do intimidate
Yeah, go ahead.
as he just continues walking forward. Move now. He doesn't have particularly good intimidate, so this probably isn't gonna go well.
Someone skipped mind tricks and they're
It's later.
Yeah. Yes, she did.
Sorry, Master Jedi. Just hand him over very quickly, and we'll get you on your way. Adala might be wondering why they don't have him.
Fine, just do it. Hurry.
Yes, hurry, so we can get you through.
Smite's kind of slapping all over himself, and as if he's got one, and it's okay. I can't find it. I've dropped it. What the hell?
You've all dropped it, or just you?
Well, I think we may have rushed out without them. But look, do you want to be... Look, we're trying to save a kid here. Do you want to be the guard who stopped us saving a kid because you wanted to see our ID?
Just come with
I mean,
us.
come on. Yeah, come with us.
I'm sorry, we're posted here. The Queen's
This
orders.
is taking too long. And you see Zorath kind of begins to lower his spear from a standing point down.
Mark's going to take one. Can I try and use persuasion?
Yeah, you can use any communications or...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't take a hardship for that at the moment. Oh. Yeah.
Y'all.
Yeah, Mark was trying to think of something, but he's really quite obviously trying to wave Zorath to stop lowering the spear. So it's kind of cuts him off as he's trying to say, look, you don't want to be the guy that does this. There's a kid in danger. Come on.
I'm sorry that the Queen has given us a command.
Yeah, so they're like proper blocking the way, yeah.
I mean, they're not really blocking the way. They're just kind of standing about. They're not like hostile.
Oh yeah, then Zorath's just gonna attempt to move past them.
Listen, you three sort this out. I need to go. I have to catch up. And
Mark will say to her, wait, your master told me something.
what did he say?
He said we need to train the boy. If you let us through, we can help get him to safety to a place he could be trained. I can't explain right now, but it has to do with what happened to your master.
She sighs. He wanted him trained by the Jedi Council. I'll take care of it.
Please, let us help.
You guys see Zorath is moving past the guards.
Wait, stop!
Any of them grab him?
They're kind of backing up and trying to keep you in front of them, but they're not actually grabbing you.
Adala's gonna... Is there like... Are they like side by side?
Yeah, pretty
or
much, yeah.
She's gonna use force
Yeah, you
push
can.
to like knock one into the other.
Yeah, go ahead. You can just do a normal harness roll. I guess that's what that is.
Okay.
Yeah. Just do a level 1. We'll make it a level 2. Makes sense.
I think it's a power, right? So
Yep.
I can only do level
that's
1.
right. Yeah, shit. That's right. You just do it as it is.
Yeah, so she's just pushing one, but she's pushing.
Yeah, that's fine.
them
That's
to
fine.
the other
Yeah,
ones.
Yep.
Okay, I have an ability. I think I get a pre-roll modifier. Maybe not. Maybe so. Yes.
Yeah, and they roll athletics against
Zorath isn't
this.
having none of this.
28.
Oh.
Athletics. Oops.
Text.
That looks like a fail to me.
Yeah,
Agreed.
it was so bad that he failed to roll.
Yeah, how does it look as you knock them kind of all into each other and over?
With Mark saying, please, like, let us help you, take us with you, she, like, sighs, and you see her, like, kind of wave her hand, slightly towards one of the guards, and suddenly he flies into the other two. Come on! And she bolts.
Yeah, Zorath just continues through. Bursts through the door.
And did they get knocked out or over?
They're just knocked up. They're all kind of like stunned, but
Okay. If Mark can, he's going to try and grab their weapons so we don't get shot in the back.
Nah, you don't have time for that unless you want to get into engagement with them.
Okay. But we do have time to run through the door.
I don't know. What are you gonna do?
I mean, that's what Zorath's doing.
Yeah, Zorath's through the door, but you.
Yeah. Okay, Mark's gonna pull his weapon on them and just say, right, stay there for a second, just slide the guns over. We don't mean you any harm, but I don't want to get shot.
Yeah, they're
And he'll say to Hedwig, go.
a bit coming too.
Hedwig's already running.
Um,
Yeah. She's like at this point she would have probably run to the door and is just waiting for Mark. She's gonna try and like seal the door shut behind them.
Yep, let's go ahead and they don't. You're taking a lot of time, Mark, and on this next roll, I'd like you to take a hardship, but they don't pull any guns on you. Everybody else, please roll a investigation, survival, or athletics roll.
Oh, dang.
I'm taking one hardship, right?
It's the wound is already in there.
Okay.
Yeah, Mark
Yeah.
Mark takes a hardship from just being slow.
I want to get shot in the back.
Yeah, understandable.
Is this everybody making a
Yeah.
Okay.
25 is pretty good.
Hey, that's pretty good.
But
Athletics.
he's gonna get some benefits since you guys were dicking around.
Zorath is
20.
like, why did we not just stab our way through?
Again.
Oh, and I take, yeah, I've got a wrong.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, with a hardship too. Good roll. Yeah, you head to the hangar, which is nearby. Get you over there. You rush into the hangar. You see that there's a ton of battle droids, which Adala knows as battle droids, destroyed, spewing about. There's a few dead guards, but otherwise there's nobody in the hangar. You do see at the end of the hangar, you see this speeder bike just zip off into the distance, moving away very, very quickly away from where you are, leaving you standing there in this, which you see this black kind of robe flittering in the distance. Dala, knowing very well who it is, seeing it from the ship on Tatooine earlier.
Do I suspect that he maybe has Anakin?
Give me a perception roll.
I'm not good at that.
I think Zorath would just assume he would.
14 is what you.
That-
You can't see it, but you would assume it.
Okay. Is there anything around that I could use to chase him?
There's ships. There's a couple of these ships. There are a couple normal land speeders. Probably not as fast as the bike, but
Okay, come on. And she's running to a ship.
now these are ships that only hold one person. So
Oh.
yeah, they're the tiny little Nabooian fighters.
Yeah. Do you know how to fly?
Zorath just shakes his head. Zorath will have to learn. And you see he starts kind of clambering into these things.
Oh god.
He's been learning sciences and stuff, and he's gonna
Could it
do his
be?
best. I mean,
Oh,
No,
Zorath dies in Starship Crash.
so yeah, I mean, he's not waiting for anybody. He just starts climbing in one, and based on the tech he's used to now from the hub for so long, he'll try and see if he can figure out how to get this thing to go proper.
Give me a drive roll.
Alrighty. Drive.
It's an agility.
Hedwig will
Agility,
do
it's
the
not too bad.
same. She's
It's
gonna
not trained
try.
though.
As well.
No explosions, but hey.
Wow, that's really good though.
Yeah, you. How does it look as you're able to get this engine started?
Yeah, Zorath has been in a lot of sims. He hasn't done anything like this one, but and with all the tech and machines he's kind of worked with a little bit to sort of get an understanding of much more advanced tech as quick as he can. He's got a general idea of, okay, this is how this is supposed to work. He flips some switches until it makes a sound like it's supposed to be moving, and then he just takes the wheel, as it were, and just... You guys see him, like, it's kind of in one of these side bays, and it flies out, knocking a bunch of shit over across here, and, you know, at a big turn, and then just jets out the gate.
Yeah, Dala's gonna get in one as well.
Okay, you have one rank in drive, at least.
Yep.
Yeah, you don't need to roll anything. Mark and Hedwig, what are you doing?
Hedwig already hopped.
Okay. Do you have a? Go ahead. You need to make me a drive roll.
I don't have drive. Could I use sysops?
No, you could use to get it started. I would let either a sciences roll or a drive roll.
I will do science.
Okay, you can do it to get it started at least.
We'll see. Wow.
Yeah, you're able to figure out how to turn it on.
Yeah, and then she'll try to fly it out.
Mark, what are you doing? There are land speeders. Might be a little easier.
So if those guys kicked over their weapons, he'll have picked one up and shoved it in a pocket as he kicked the others down the corridor, as far as he could kick them, and then he ran off, running in here.
Yeah, as you get in there, people are getting in these in these ships.
Yep. Okay. So I'm going to run over to a ship. If there's a body on the way, I'm going to try and scoop up another gun on the way.
Sure. Yeah, you can get a blaster.
Scavenge as
Yeah, you
go.
can get a blaster.
And then
go ahead and give me a D. Give me a D3 roll. 1 is a pistol, 2 is a shotgun, 3 is a rifle.
Cool. Yeah, he's not going for anything in particular. He'll just pick what they're.
Okay, so you get some sort of shotgun. Carbine, we'll say.
Oh, nice. So yeah, he's and he'll jump into the cockpit of one of these things and then just start looking around, trying to work out what things do and pressing.
Sciences or drive?
Drive. I'll go for. He's got rank 1.
Yeah, you're actually able. You all zip out of this hangar. Actually, like you know what you're doing. And you see this speeder. You're actually going faster than the speeder, but now it kind of zips across this area outside. Let me. And you see this individual on a speeder bike as you fly above him. He cuts in between these two, this valley, basically, into this valley, and so you have to navigate this hill. Please give me drive rolls versus his drive roll. Let's see what you have to beat.
This is gonna be bad.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, no. Wait. It dropped 0, so I need to re-roll. He's not trained, apparently. Let me make sure that's true, but I don't think he's trained. He's not. Okay, I gotta re-roll.
I'll do Zorath. I think I'll use my use one of my fate on this.
Okay.
That's better. I'm not gonna get those.
I get a massive +1 to drive.
Can I can use fate to make it trained, or?
Yes, you sure can.
Okay, well I've got 2 fate. Could I use one to make it trained and one for a
Are
benefit?
you kidding me?
Yes, you could.
Oh my
Okay, I'll do
god. Jesus.
Okay, so you spent 2 your fate right there.
Zorath is on point today.
Yeah, somehow the barbarian is flying the ship better than anybody else. How does it look as you kind of cut him? You stay with him in this valley. You and Mark do. Adala and Hedwig, you are falling behind.
Yeah, Zorath has been in a bunch of sims, so he's probably driven something before, but not like taken a whole bunch of time to learn how, because he figured Mark or Hedwig would drive for him, but now he has to, so he's doing his utmost.
If he can figure it out as well, Mark will be on the comms
Yeah,
trying
sure.
to talk Zorath through some of the stuff as well. So Zorath's kind of learning as he goes,
Yeah.
but doing better than Mark.
I know where some XP's going after this session.
That makes sense. I like it. So you guys are just yeah, right, exactly. It was in one of these planes, so there you go. Yeah, Adala Hedwig's falling behind, but the other two are right on him. You see he's headed to this black ship that is landed out off away from the city. And you see that there's a child in front of him, kind of slumped over. What do you guys want to do?
Zorath's tempted to try and get him out of the air, but we're going fast as all hell. So it's not a good idea. Oh, he's gonna have to wait for an opening. Wait till the guy slows enough that he could stop him.
I don't know how you would stop him with other than shooting him.
Yeah, exactly.
Shoot the tires.
Mark's going to try and open fire on the ship from distance. If he
Yes,
can.
you sure can. Give me a drive roll.
Okay.
Zorath.
Can I use
Focus on just,
Can I spend a fate
Yeah,
on
you
that?
can spend a fate.
I don't want to burn it.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Okay.
Mhm.
And that's what a
Benefit.
benefit.
A
is it?
benefit.
Okay. Drive. Ooh, benefit. Hardships. 1 additional mod.
Okay, go ahead and roll me. Go ahead and roll 10d10. Exploding.
Ooh.
Describe how this ship just explodes as you blow it away.
So Mark is trying to do a few things at once. He's trying to keep pace and talk to Zorath, and he suddenly works out where this guy's going. So he veers up a little bit to get higher than Zorath and points his nose down, breathes out, centers some sights that appear on this ship, and then presses every likely button he can and just opens fire with everything the ship's got. And the thing just, the blaster bolts just rip into it, and the ship's got no shields up because it's down, so it just explodes.
Okay, give me a sec. I need. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's okay, I guess. Alright, let me switch screens. Yep. Yeah, Mark shoots this ship and it explodes. As that happens, your ships get closer and the individual pulls the speeder bike to a halt and kind of flips off next to this right next to it. He just jumps in the air, you would think obscenely high, and then drops to the ground. And then all of a sudden, this you don't hear it, but you see this glow come out, and he kind of waves over the kid's head as the first 2 ships close in on him.
Yeah. I'll presume like something like so. And Zorath stops it as best he can.
Go ahead and give me a drive to land.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say. I've got the sheet open, so I'll just click that real quick. This will be the one where he fucks it. Just jumps out of the
Say
ship
that.
and lets it explode. Not bad.
Sure. I'll give you guys a challenging roll. You're able to land the ship. We'll say you're back here, though. Something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
wherever it
that's
fits.
fine. Let me just... well, Mark, what are you doing?
I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to try and land near Zorath.
Okay.
And I'll be saying to him on the radio, don't attack till we're all there. Don't attack till we're all there.
His ship
Oh.
kind of air slides to the ground a little bit roughly, and he clambers out of the thing and drops to the ground there. Spear in hand now.
Oops, wrong way. Perf. Yeah, you're able to land.
Great. So then Mark will climb out and move over near Zorath.
Yeah, the other two,
And activated
yeah,
shield.
you see this happening as you're getting closer, but you're not quite there yet. I would like everyone to roll initiative right now. Let me put Anakin out here just in case. I'm going to kill him.
And
Oh,
I've
he's
got
so
the
big.
I've got the +5 to my.
Yeah, what do I have?
Yeah, just change it.
Oh yeah, it's the combat menu. I opened the wrong menu.
Agility score, change. 3. Okay. So
Oh my god, Hedwig.
and
Oh, I forgot to add the 5.
I'm
It's a 52.
Oh, did you roll nothing? Okay, so
yeah. I think it would be 10 because there's a 1 and a 10. Or
it would be a 7. Mhm.
Yeah.
oh my god. On 5d10, I rolled
Oh my
4
gosh,
ones, 4 ones and a
That's-
2.
fucking brutal.
Incredible.
That's with a +3.
Yeah, I rolled 4 ones and a 2.
Oh man, that's rough.
Epically bad. Still,
Hey, you roll the
Still.
same as me with all my.
I was so excited at having blown up the ship.
Zorath, what would you
Yeah.
like
I
to
mean,
do?
that's you did good blowing up the ship. Yeah, Zorath, seeing this figure, he's going to slowly kind of approach like so. Well, before I do that, actually, let me see the distance, because I need to know. Based on that, now that he has his fancy thing. Zorath will slowly kind of walk up to here. 3 forward.
All right, 3 for you. It's his turn. Let's see.
Yeah, and it's clear that Zorath is moving cautiously to the side to flank a bit. Spear at the ready.
He's going to move, not run. Doesn't need to run. He's going to move 6 hexes or 5 hexes, but it'll be for 3 AP because he has Speedster and his speed is 2. So he moves faster than everybody else. So he is quickly on you, Zorath. He moves faster than anyone you've ever seen in your life, by far.
Perfect.
Adala, you can attempt to land now. This is an
All
interact
right.
action for 2 AP, and you need to give me a drive. Actually, you do not. You can just land.
Just
I
crashes into us.
land.
You can just land. All right, Mark.
Okay, yeah, so Mark is going to aim twice.
Sounds amazing. You aim twice. Hedwig, you're coming up. What would you like to do?
She's gonna attempt to land somewhere.
Okay, you need to give me a drive for 2
I
AP.
don't think this is gonna go very well. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna crash. Sorry.
Yes, you crash. Go ahead and give me let's be go ahead and roll 1d5. You want to roll low. Okay, roll 3d10 exploding.
10. Only 12.
That's not terrible. So that's 24. Go ahead and give me a acrobatics roll.
I don't know if I'm trained in that, but we'll see. I'm not amazing. Oh shit. Okay. But if it's no hardships, it is untrained. Mm-mm.
Uh-oh.
What armor do you have for bludgeoning on the torso?
Give me one moment. I don't have the best armor, but I know I have some. I'm pretty sure. For bludgeoning on the torso, 1.
Okay, that's good enough not to make you make a death roll. So you take 1. So hold on, let me give you a wound here. Crashing torso wound with 19 levels of success. So how I calculated that is it's a 3 rank environmental effect. So 12 plus 12 because it's 3 times it's rank times 4. So for their post roll modifiers, 24. I'd let her do an acrobatics to defend against it, which was 4. So I subtract 4 and then subtract the armor. So that's 19. So yeah, see how that works. Yeah, you crash, Hedwig, and just something gets pushed up into your chest, and you just hear this crunch as your ribs break.
Yeah, and it crashes. What? Probably around here.
Yeah, that's fine.
I would
Yeah,
say.
back there's fine.
Yeah, it crashes and her body kind of rolls out. She coughs and sputters, lying on the ground but still breathing, though heavy.
All right, Mark, I believe. Oh no, it's Adala. I'd say you can move from here freely.
Okay. I think Adala sees the ship crash, but sees Hedwig crawling out, and so she's gonna focus on Darth Maul. And she ignites her lightsabers and is going to rush towards him.
I would say you can ignite quickly, or you're gonna have to draw them. I'll let you draw them at once, but that's 2 AP usually. Or if you want to do it rushed, you can do it 1 AP and make a acrobatics roll. It's up to you.
I'll make an acrobatics roll.
Okay, go ahead. You got to beat a 14. TN challenging.
Are you kidding
Oh,
me?
oh no.
Are you kidding
So
me?
it takes 2 AP, and
Okay.
yeah, and you do nothing. You're unable to get them out. You fumble at them as you're trying to. Oh, that's terrible. As you're trying to quickly get them off your belt. Mark, what would you like to do?
Okay, so I've done that aiming twice, and so now I'll take a shot.
Okay. About it. You are at close range.
Okay, so I'm using the disruptor pistol on him. Train, additional mark. Close.
Miss. Yeah, he's very fast. It just whizzes by him. Yep. Who's next? Hedwig. Injured. What would you like to do?
She's gonna get up.
Yeah, 2 AP.
Yeah, she stands to her feet, holding her chest wound tightly.
All right. I believe it's going to be Zorath's turn.
Zorath, yeah. So, yeah, he'll go in for a rushed attack real quick. Test this guy, gauge him. Oh, I need to make sure I use the aperture sphere now. So 0. On hardship. Test
You're
defense,
using your
see.
new spear, I'm
Yeah.
guessing. Because the other one, if he parries it, it gets destroyed. 26. That is just enough to beat his... to match his base defense. Yep, 26 versus 26. He is going to defend... No, he's not going to do anything. So it hits him for 4 damage. On the torso, doesn't wear armor. That...
Which I do have the 2... Oh, no, 2's already factored, I think, isn't it?
It is
Oh, no, that's
mortal.
the one.
It is mortal,
So,
but it doesn't matter. It doesn't give him a wound.
I have the ability for 2 afterwards as well.
To what?
For lethal weapons.
Yeah,
to
lethal.
control.
It's this. It's for a spear, not this spear, right?
Oh, this doesn't count as spears.
Yeah, this. Well, it counts as the spears, but it's not a spear, right?
Oh, okay. So I can't use my perk for it. Shit.
Yeah, it's kind of. I'll say you can. It still wouldn't hurt him. It's not enough to give him an injury,
Yeah.
but okay. Go ahead and put that in your piercing and bludgeoning. Just bump that.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Yeah, and it has mortal, but yeah, put that mortal in there while you're in there. Okay. It is his turn. He's gonna do a 2-weapon attack against you. So he attacks twice. Good luck. 33 for the first one.
Ooh.
What would you like to do?
Yeah, I think I'm definitely gonna try and dodge that. Or well, what's my injury level? Yeah, it's only 7. Yeah, I don't want to risk taking a hit, so I will attempt to dodge. Dodgety dodge. Hopefully I don't roll trash this time, but every time usually.
Oh,
It's
no, no,
not
no.
great. Yeah.
17
I've
damage.
got max dodge.
Do you have any? Do you have any other armor on your chest?
I should. I think it's just leather.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So you take 17 damage. You take a wound. On the first one, let me set that. Lightsaber, torso, 17. You take a wound and an injury because it's mortal. Yeah, it just and you just feel this just terrible burning sensation across your chest, and he comes around with another attack.
Yeah.
34.
Yeah, I'll have to try and dodge here. Yeah, this dodge, it never fucking works. I maxed the thing out, and every time I've rolled it, it's been utter.
Well, now you
crap.
have a wound and an injury.
Mhm.
Oh
Are
yeah,
these
yeah, yeah.
reckless?
That's already factored, yeah.
So that.
Are these
No, this
reckless?
is just 2-weapon attacks.
Oh.
So they take hardships to the attacks.
30 is
Ooh.
better than
30. So that's 16. No no soak. That's another wound and injury.
Yeah, we don't have armor.
Yeah, he's
Not for
just
anything like that.
cutting you to pieces. You've never seen anybody move this fast. You've never seen anybody strike this quickly and with this weapon. Yeah. You're in excruciating pain. All right. And then that was 5. That's a... Okay, so he's at 8. So you guys got some turns here. Hedwig, what would you like to do? Oh, I'm sorry.
Hedwig,
It's actually Zorath's turn. Go ahead, Zorath.
Okay.
Alright, well, there's not really anything else for him to do but go in. He will go in with a reckless just to try and get a hit in on this guy. So that'll be 2 benefits? is
3.
it? 3, okay. Hopefully that'll help even it out a little. Trained, and then I'll add the 2 for my thing. And is adaptable? I realized because I don't think that's auto factored, is it?
No.
For
No,
adaptable.
no. Oh, I think it might have
Yeah.
been. It's your strength benefit divided by 2. So what's your strength?
I think it's just 3.
So you get 1. So you got
Yeah,
5.
'cause I do have 1 automatically pop up under additional mods.
No,
but
that's
then I
not what that
realized as
is.
well
It's damage. It's so it would be post-roll modifier of 5.
Oh, okay.
And then you
okay,
have
cool.
you
Oh, I
have
see what you mean.
lethal weapon, right? I mean,
Yeah,
let me look.
yeah,
Hold on.
lethal weapon for that, and then I also have skilled. as
Skilled
well,
is
I
additional
realized,
mods. Okay. So
Okay.
damage on this. If should I assume you're going to use it double-handed every time?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. So it would be 7 damage piercing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure what that would.
Spear, whatever
do.
spear normally is. I don't know if it's 3 or 4, but yeah, I think it actually is.
Thank you.
Whatever, but
Alright, so here we go. He's this guy is just getting right past his natural skill and usually his natural skill in evading. So he's gonna go for just getting him right off the bat as best he can. But the wounds are
Yep.
already
not able to hit him.
playing.
That's you're up to 8 now. Yeah, you swing wildly, just stabbing. He just sidesteps. Now Hedwig, you're up.
Isn't it? Isn't it?
I'm
a
sorry. Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, after she gets her lightsabers out and ignited,
I don't think you do if you fail.
Yeah,
that,
no,
do you?
you don't get him out. That's
oh, I thought you said you got him out, but it takes 2 AP.
no. So the thing with the actual when you use the fastener, that's the risk.
Okay.
But you could get him out now for 2 AP if you wanted.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right. Hedwig.
Edwig is going to run towards the child.
Sure.
You see her sprint, bleeding from the chest, but she's taken out that one of the launches.
Mark.
Mark looks concerned as he sees Hedwig bleeding, but he's more concerned about Zorath and the fact this guy seems to be cutting him apart. So Mark's going to, if he can, he's going to move up to here and then just go sort of full defensive. Just try and get the guy's attention.
Yeah, you can move up there.
He'll be yelling,
Yeah, it's
ugly! Oi, look at me! Come on! And just trying to make himself look big and aggressive and just try and draw the attacks. And then just hunker down behind his shield.
now Adala is up again.
Okay. She's gonna move up to here.
How many hexes was that?
4.
Would you like to run or would you like to just walk?
Just move.
Okay, so that costs 4. Yeah, his head seems to turn towards Adala as she comes closer, but Mark, you're still up.
Right. No, I'm just going to go absolutely
full defense. Okay, so you are full
Yep.
defense for 5 AP. Okay, let me put that on your. What do I use that one?
But I will be trying to see if I can make myself look big. I'll try and draw attacks basically if I can.
Sure. Zorath.
Oh, he's gonna keep going for him. He doesn't really have another option.
You could. back
Yeah, you
away.
could disengage if you wanted.
You have a spear that is ranged.
Yeah.
He could
Yeah,
take an
true,
opportunity
true.
attack if you move, though.
Disengage.
Yeah, if you disengage, though.
Yeah, I don't think he'd succeed on the disengage. Honestly, I think he's better
He's
off.
pretty hurt. He might not.
He's too hurt to succeed on the disengage. He's better off just trying to get attacks in with.
Or
reckless.
could he go full defensive
He
as
could.
well? But
He could do that.
Yeah, I think he's just gonna go in. With how Zorath is, he's already got high enough defense as is to typically ward off some pretty good hits, but he's just
What the
gonna
hell,
keep
that
going
energy?
for him to no avail.
Yeah, he doesn't even need to.
I don't think he has a chance of really succeeding any rolls at this point.
Yeah, it'd be tough.
Not without.
Was
ridiculous
that a reckless? Was that a
situation.
reckless?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
His turn. He immediately turns to Adala and attacks her. He doesn't worry about the rest of you. He's going to do a single attack this time.
All right. Not all right.
You're
No,
fine.
you can
Okay.
you can parry,
Yep.
right? I don't know.
Yeah. So I
And
just
so you have defensive lightsabers have defensive 1, so if you are parrying with your lightsaber, go ahead and give yourself a benefit.
okay. Do I get a benefit from my weapon mastery as well?
Weapon mastery, yes you do. It's anytime you use it.
Okay. And I'll get my pre-roll modifier. Okay. Maybe we can do this.
It should be close.
So I just make a swords
Yep.
check.
mhm.
Okay.
And that's 1 AP to do so.
God, if we all die.
14,
Oh, that's not good.
26, minus 3. It's 23. Can you make a death roll?
God.
No, are you serious?
Now you can
I mean,
you
it's
can
like
burn a
26.
fate point or spend one.
Oh, hell.
Death rolls are
It'll be a resilience roll. So you would have to beat. Let's see. Let me make sure it's right. Okay, so 14 plus 12, 26 minus 3, 23. So you have no armor. So you'd have to beat a 23. It's a resilience roll plus 11 for you. And
okay.
you have no resilience. So not good.
I'll spend a fate
Yeah,
point.
spend to make it train, spend to give you a benefit.
Spend to make it.
You could spend to make it trained and spend to get a benefit or 2 benefits if you wanted.
Let's do that.
Okay, so you're going to spend all 3 of them. So when you roll it, make it trained.
Okay.
Okay, you got 24. Yep.
It didn't give me an option to say it was trained.
Oh,
but-
it probably just automatically assumes. It's interesting.
Okay.
I have to fix that macro, but okay. Yeah, he slices you across the leg, and you move just in time, knowing that if you didn't move just at that moment, you probably would have had your legs severed. And then 1 injury and 1 wound. Let me add the wound. So that's right leg, lightsaber, 27. Okay. All right. It is Hedwig's turn.
Final step. 1.
Okay. So you step on over there. I think it's still going to be your turn.
Yeah.
It is. So I want to put a watch around him.
Yeah.
Set
What's happening? What's happening? He's kind of cowering.
Don't worry, don't worry. We'll get you to a safe place. Just here.
Okay.
Don't touch it.
2 AP. Oh, okay. He seems confused, but let you
Yeah,
put it
she'll
on.
put it on him and set it then. If I can.
Yep, you definitely can in 1 motion.
Yep.
Those are already preset. You can snap them on.
Yeah, she'll just snap. Done.
Yep. Adala, you're up.
I think Maul is up.
Oh, he is. He is going to.
Mark's still trying to draw light attacks if you can.
I don't know. Not with somebody with a lightsaber there.
Yeah, I know.
That's rough.
Shoot him.
I think the only other thing that would grab his attention proper would be a grapple. And that's
Well,
That or
no,
Hedwig.
I've got an idea for next time. Is when I move, I want to try and drive him back with my shield away. From
He's
him.
going to try to push Adala away with a force push. So let me do. So you're going to roll athletics versus his harness. Wow,
ooh.
that's ridiculous.
I have no chance.
Yeah, just go ahead and roll it. Okay, so you go back, let's see. Boo. Push, pull. Okay, so roll 2d10 exploding. That is enough to actually hurt you. Go ahead and make a, Ah, that gives you a wound. I won't do the full thing. Well, how would it be? Let me just see. Yeah, that's too much. Yeah, you go flying back and you're prone. You fall back on your back as he just throws you back with a force push. That was his, so he's at 14. Adala, what would you like to do? You're prone, so to stand up is 2 AP. Or you could try to kip up with an acrobatics roll for 1 AP.
I'm gonna try to force push him.
Yeah, wait, is he in range though? Actually, you should be 1 closer, but yeah. He's at 4. What's your? I think yours is actually has to be adjacent. I think, if I remember correctly. Yeah, base potency 1.
Oh, so I have to be right
Well, actually,
next to them?
where's the range? Range. What is this? Base potency. How much did you spend for this? Move object 2 hexes. That's, yeah. This one you spent 4 for, so it's all base. You have to be next to him. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then I guess I'll just stand up.
Okay. You can do that. So you're at 13. It is Zora's turn.
Alright, yeah, I don't think... I'm trying to think if there's anything I can really do. Not really. His best bet is just to hope he crits on the
Or
on the
defend.
spear. It rolls real well on the reckless. So we'll just keep going at him.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else really stands much chance.
Nope.
Nope.
Mark.
Okay, I'm going to try this shield bash. What I want to do is basically just push him, not necessarily very far, but just push him back a hex.
So that would be, I would say that would be, a maneuver. Let me see. Let me find that action. Offensive maneuver. Yep. So offensive maneuver. An engaged attacker may attack while at the same time causing a defender to move 1 hex in any direction. Sound good?
Yep.
Okay, so this attack takes a hardship. So that's what you gotta do. You gotta attack with a hardship. Shield bash with a hardship. Now you don't add the 5 benefits for defensive because you're attacking.
Sure. So I'll just do shield and then benefit 0, hardship 1.
And this is cost 4 AP to do.
Okay.
22. That is not enough. Yeah, his base defense is 26.
I'm not actually. I don't care whether I injure him or not. Can I just move?
You can't hit him.
That's the main thing.
You don't hit him, so
Oh.
he's able to evade your attack completely.
Darn. Okay.
Yeah. Hedwig.
All right. She's going to run towards Adala.
Yep.
And she gets there. She says that we can get Anakin to safety. Here, wear this. We'll get you to safety too. He's too strong. Please. And she'll be holding another one of those watches that are preset. in her
Yep, you
hands. So
She-
take it.
She looks at you. Fine, and she'll take it, and then she still seems. Oh, is it my turn now?
It is.
Mhm.
Yeah, she'll take it, but she's still very much focused on Darth Maul, so she's running towards him.
That's fine. How many hexes is it? 1, 2, 3? 3
It was
hexes?
3.
Yeah. So you can, if you're actually running, you can do it in 2 AP.
Let's do it.
Let's see. It is Darth Maul's turn. I'm gonna look at something real quick. This rule that I don't think I've ever used before. Give me 2 seconds. Where is it? Where would it be? Be here somewhere. Pretty sure I put it in the. There we go. Engagement. Okay. So, all right. So you guys have him ganged up on. So he's going to actually take a. He takes a -6 to his base defense and any attack, any defenses. Just so you know. So he is going. He doesn't like that. So he is actually going to try to shove Mark away. With a harness roll. You may defend for free with an athletics check.
Physical, athletic.
Yeah, you're knocked back 4 hexes. Just go back here is fine. Then go ahead and roll 2d10 exploding. So that's +8. So it's 22. Do you have any bludgeoning armor?
I think I've got other, isn't it? So like
Torso.
torso. Yeah, it's bludgeoning as well. Yeah, 8.
8. So you would take an injury, and you are prone. So you fly back and land on your back as he just pushes you back. So you take an injury, and you're prone. Okay.
And Mark's yelling, Zorath, set your watch.
Hedwig, I believe you're up again.
Yeah, she's going to set her watch.
Okay. Let you do that for 2. You are set. Adala. You have a -3
Alright.
from running last round, so remember that.
Yep. Okay. So she's going to try to attack with just one lightsaber.
So he's at a -3 right now, because he's threatened by 2 people.
And I'm at a -2 overall.
You have 2 wounds and 1 injury, so it's going to be 2 hardships
well,
-6.
But it's all
Yeah, it's all
built
built in, except the -3.
Yeah.
The run is not built in. 32, it's still pretty good. Okay, so he definitely needs to parry. Whoops. He gets 1 benefit because of defensive. Yeah, he just swats your lightsaber away. Bzzz. Yeah, so let me put 3 on you. 18, and he is at 18 as well. Zorath, yep.
Zorath he's busy with the doll at the moment, so he'll take the opportunity to set his watch.
Okay, that's 2 AP. Yeah, I'm not gonna make you. You have Science 1, right? Rank 1 in Science?
Yeah.
Yeah, you said it. Mark.
Mark's going to set his watch and get up.
You can do one of the two.
Just set
Yep,
his watch.
18. Hedwig, what would you like to do now? Actually, now everyone's set. So go ahead and roll 1d 1d6.
Bloop.
Okay.
Up for Anakin. and
Yeah, I'll roll. Go ahead and roll for Anakin. He's a 5. Hedwig's at a 3.
My God.
Would they be at 5 because I
It's
said it
perfect
like
order.
I was gonna
Look
say.
at that.
Well, his would be
would it 5 'cause I
down
said it
by.
before?
Yeah, his would be lower.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out what it is in a second. 1 second.
So would Adala's because I said it
Yeah,
last time.
just give me a
right?
sec. Let me see. Mark's, what was yours?
least 2.
Yours is a 2.
2.
Dallas was 6. And then Zorath, yours was Zorath roll. Oh, you rolled 3. Okay.
Mm.
All right. So you ran over there, Adala. 1, 2. I think it was Fur, and then you attacked. So
So it's 2.
well, she moved. So she moved 2 AP, and then she attacked. So that's 5. So actually, she's at 1 now. And Anakin probably is gone, honestly.
yeah.
So how does it look as Anakin just disappears?
He just
Poofs out.
completely kind of splits out of existence, and Hedwig smiles while still holding her.
He looks very concerned as this happens. Yeah, and you see Darth, the strange creature, kind of look over his shoulder, looking perplexed. I think Hedwig, were you at 16 before, or are you at 16 now?
Yeah. I'm at 16
Okay,
now, so it would be my
Yep.
turn. She is going to aim once.
Okay.
And then still you.
Just put you at 20.
Because I'll be at 17, so then it's
20.
me. And then
Yep.
she'll fire at Darth Maul with her pistol. He disrupt their
Yeah, and after you do that, you disappear.
Yeah, so she fires. I don't even. Oh wait, no, I have a benefit. Damn it.
Okay, so shooting into a crowd, do you want to take a hardship or possibly hit Adala?
No, I don't want to hit Adala. I will take another hardship. I don't think I'm gonna hit him. I have 3 hardships. I dropped everything.
well, yeah, but it would be a 5.
But I can reroll 3 1s. Is
Oh,
the thing.
yeah, go ahead.
'Cause I
Roll, see if you get anything better than 8. Nope.
Nope.
Yeah, miss, but you disappear. So as you just fire and then blink out of existence.
She fires the disruptor pistol and he easily parries it with his lightsaber, and she disappears.
Mm-hmm. It is Zorath's turn.
Yeah, he
3, I don't know. That's not showing up.
got his watch set, so he just goes in for that last ditch.
Yeah.
Attempt to give this guy a
Yeah, if
hit
you're
at
doing a
least.
reckless, you'll disappear afterwards.
Yep. And goes for one last thrust of the spear. Nope.
And you disappear.
No chance.
Whoops. His turn. He is actually very confused. He tries to run over here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can do an opportunity attack if you would like, Adala.
Yep.
You just take a hardship on one lightsaber attack, and then you disappear.
And then she disappeared.
Yeah, you miss him pretty badly, and you see your hand swing and him easily spin away, but then you see kind of your hand and lightsaber disappear in front of you, and just like confusion overtakes you. And then Mark, last you have if you shoot or something, you could aim shoot, and then if you wanted.
Yeah. I'll do that. I'll get one final shot off of the guy.
I believe he's probably at what range? Medium. Yeah, medium.
Cool. So yeah, I'll aim one and then I'll shoot. So got pistol against him. One benefit. Medium.
Okay, so he is going to make. So he actually, I said he ran, so he's going to get a -3 to this. He's going to attempt to block it. So lightsaber, one benefit. Shield 1, so he would get +1, then -2, so he's at -2. So a 7. Disruptor pistols do what? That's you shut your semi-auto. Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine. Just tell me what the other is on that disruptor pistol.
Okay, let me.
It's
yeah,
12.
Yeah, that's what
No, there's no other to it. Well, it says 12 piercing, but I'm assuming that's supposed to be other.
on the Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
but
if it's disruptor pistol, it's definitely supposed to be 12 other. So 12, 19.
It is 12 other.
Yeah, it gives him a. You hit him, and he like snarls back at you, and then you disappear, and suddenly you are all back in med bay with young Anakin. Give me a second, I'll switch the scene. You just didn't get to plan your attack 'cause you never caught up with him really at the same time.
I don't think it would have really done much. The moment Zorath took a wound, he doesn't really have a whole lot of chance of hitting that kind of defense.
Hey, we got to win.
Yeah, we got out at
We did
least.
everything.
It's going to be
Assuming
some
some
injured people.
seriously wounded. Yeah, some seriously wounded people.
Let's
I said
see
that.
how
Not-
wounded.
not
Let's
died.
do the wounds right now so we know what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see if anybody fucking
All right, let's
dies.
see Adala, who's probably the worst. Okay, go ahead and roll me. Let me look here. So that's going to be a terrible wound, I think. The one on the leg is. It says you only have one wound. I don't know if that's true. Did you get another one? Oh,
I think she got one wound and 2 injuries.
it said it's 2 wounds. She got another wound when she got thrown, but that one was like.
That was like 50.
Yeah. Okay, so let's do the 27 first. Let me pull up the wounds. Let me change this music. Back to Stellaris. Alright, let's find out what we got to work with. That's definitely a... Go ahead and roll, that was leg. Roll a, just 3d10. Roll high, please.
Nope.
Okay, that's serious strength and endurance. So serious is -2, I think, or is it? No, it's -1. Sorry. Yeah. So that's a serious wound. So I said strength and endurance. None of them go to 0. Strength, endurance. Okay, go ahead and roll. So 17, that is a moderate. Go ahead and roll 40-10 on torso. That's good enough to not be a wound. Okay. So your leg is badly injured. Let's go to the next person. Let's go to Zorath, who has
Should have the 2. I only see the
why
one.
the hell I didn't mark it.
I went back up. It looks like one should be 18, and then the other should be. Let me see.
I have 17 written down for one of them, but
Okay. Yeah, because I see a 33, and then the 12 versus a 27, and then a 34, and the 12 versus a 30.
they're very similar. I remember that much. Okay, so 17, what's your wound level? It's 15. Oh, these are both. So go ahead and roll. I think it's. So these are superficial. So go ahead and roll 5d10 twice. Both torso wounds. Nope,
Oop.
no wounds for you.
Cool.
No lasting wounds. Okay, anybody else got one? Hedwig's got a couple, yeah?
Yep, I got a mental wound and
Mental wound is not curable right
No.
now, or well, we'll figure out what that is actually. So
Oh,
let's roll that one. Go ahead. Let's see. So it's going to be the superficial one. So go ahead and roll 5d10. If it's below, oh man, okay, I gotta look what it is.
Ooh,
mm-mm.
rough. Because that was a big
That's
roll,
rough,
wasn't it?
buddy. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was pretty big.
It wasn't that bad. No, it's mental.
It's
it
the
was,
mental.
to my
Oh, that's
Yeah,
terror.
the
the
mental
mental
one.
one.
So that one's 18. So minor empathy and presence. So let me put that on there. So that is a minor imp and presence. So you take -3 to all those rolls. Okay.
In my chest.
19 versus your. So this is a 9. This is a moderate or whatever. Go ahead and roll 40-10. Oh man. Oh
Hedwig really
no.
suffered.
Serious to dex. So -1 to dexterity.
Not a 0.
Not a 0, no.
Mm-mm.
Serious dexterity, so I'll set that. That's all the wounds, I think, right?
Didn't Mark have
I don't-
wounds?
Just had
Yeah,
injury.
injury. Yeah,
Oh,
he
he's
just got knocked
injured.
down.
Lucky you.
All right. Yeah, you guys pop up in the medical bay, and you see Dr. McCoy spin around and look exasperated. Who's this? What's going on here?
Mission. We're back. And she kind of crumples to her knees, holding her chest.
Yeah, Zorath stands there. A couple of, although they're superficial, they're essentially serious looking due to the burns upon his torso. He kind of looks to the others to make sure everyone is here, everyone's alive.
Yeah, everybody's there.
Yeah.
Good.
Do they teleport into beds? or
No,
are
no,
just in the
they
middle
just
of the room?
teleport next to beds, but not directly into them.
Okay, yeah. Adala's like gripping her leg, but looking around. Where's Anakin? Anakin!
I'm right here. Where's Master Qui-Gon? What happened? Where am I? Where is this place?
It's fine. We're safe. We're safe. Worry not, young one. And she's kind of like looking around, trying to get a bearing on this place. What planet are we on? Where are we?
Not planet, hub.
You happen to see that there's a individual in one of the beds at the far end of the room. Adala, you didn't notice him till just now, but it looks like Qui-Gon's actually here.
Qui-Gon! And she's gonna try to limp over towards
McCoy,
him.
no, just wait, young lady. He's unconscious in a coma. Not sure he's gonna make it. He needs his rest and not to be disturbed, and you don't need to be lipping around here. Get into bed right now.
She looks towards him a bit longer, but will nod. Okay. And she'll go over to a bed and lay down.
Mark, Zorath, help me with Hedwig, would ya?
Yes. I mean,
Yeah.
Zorath, he's got those wounds on his chest, but he just leans down and pretty much picks her up unless Mark stops him. And moves.
No, Mark was kind of, had his arm round her and he was kind of helping her walk across, but he won't get in Zorath's way.
Yeah, Zorath basically just like scoops her up and gets her over into a bed proper.
She whimpers slightly and looks up to Zorath. Thank you.
Yes. And you see, as you brush against the wound, and you can see like there's a bit of blood in there, but it's mostly cauterized from the look of it. And you're practically face to face with it, which is probably a bit gruesome. But he sets you in the bed. Do not worry. All are safe this time.
Good. I'm glad.
Hedwig did well. Got Anakin out.
Thank you, Zorath. I'm glad you're alright. I was worried.
Zorath was as well. This one we fought was powerful.
Indeed
You hear
it was.
McCoy grumbling. Too quick, too soon. This is not on the charts. Why are they going out so quick? You hear him just kind of like, seems irritated about something.
What are you talking about, McCoy? And she sits up and grimaces. She does so.
It's not for me to say, but you're going out pretty quickly on missions before I could take care of you. I mean, you guys have been through hell. Heard of what happened to Alicia. I'm sorry. Nothing I could do, unfortunately.
Yes. Ill-equipped and ill-readied.
Well, I'll talk to Mr. Time. Bend his ear a little bit.
Zorath cannot defend against lasers. Not without something more. And he kind of plops into a bed alongside Hedwig, the one next to her. Zorath will rest for now. And
Mark.
then he scowls. More training.
Mark rummages in his pack as he goes over to. He kind of grips Hedwig's shoulder and then goes over to Zorath's bed and rummages in his pack for a second and pulls out the blaster carbine and says, "I managed to grab something on the way out there, Zorath. Have a look at that while I talk to Hedwig." He puts that down.
And Zorath kind of picks it up and kind of looks it over, engages it and everything. Gives a nod. Thanks to Mark.
And then he'll just go over to Hedwig and he'll say, "Look, close your eyes, rest as best you can. Let the doc take care of you. I'm going to go over and have a word with our new friend and the kid."
She has her hands over her face. And she nods slightly. She continues to lay down.
Mark kind of grips her shoulder again, and it looks like he's trying to think of something to say when he can't think of anything. So he turns away and then heads over to Adala's.
Yeah,
bed.
as you walk over there, Anakin's walking towards you, Adala. Is Master Qui-Gon going to be okay? He looks hurt badly. He's in a coma.
Master Qui-Gon will be fine. Not to worry. I'll train you. I'll take care of you until he awakens once more, or we're able to get you back to Coruscant to visit with the council. It wasn't that long ago that I learned from Master Yoda myself, so I should be able to impart some knowledge to you.
Do you think I'll get to see my mom again?
She offers a soft smile. I hope so. But right now we don't know where we are. It may be some time.
As you all are talking, those who are familiar with the hub hear this click, 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 as someone is coming into the room. Ah, wonderful. You brought him back. You did well, agents.
And who is this?
Adala, this is Mr. Time. He's in charge of things around here. He sends us out on missions to various places. It's complicated, but he's the one that sent us out to rescue Anakin.
Yes, needs to be trained. Anakin, come with me, boy. I have things to show you.
She holds out her arm in front of Anakin. This boy is my charge, while Master Qui-Gon is resting. You all still haven't explained where here is, or what this place is, or what your intentions are. Till that happens, Anakin stays with me. And even after, I'm not sure that I trust you.
You see...
This is a Jedi matter.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is the hub. He kind of waves around. Welcome to our home. We are here to, well, put right the wrongs of the temporal wars. We're time travelers, if you will. Which this is all kind of beyond anything you've understand or know about. You are from, what is it called? I believe it is called Star Wars. Is that right? Yes.
I'm from Coruscant.
Oh, yes, that's a place in... who wants to, bring up the vid for her? Show her it's a, movie, I think.
Oh, is it suitable for the kid?
I would prefer him not to watch it currently. It's
Okay.
kind of dastardly. But I will take him and no harm will come to him, I promise.
No.
And Mark says, well, look, how about rather Mr. Time taking him to wherever he was going to take him? I just take him for lunch, and then I bring him back once you've had a chance to talk. You got my word.
She kind of stares at Mr. Time and looks over towards you. Very well.
Mark sits on the edge of the bed and looks down at Anakin and says, Anakin, my name's Mark. Grown-ups are going to have a bit of a chat about what's going to happen next, because there's some very confusing things going on right now. So how about you and I go and get something to eat? Have you ever had ice cream?
No, I've never heard of anything like that.
Oh, then you're going to love it. Come with me. We'll come back in a minute once they've had a chance to talk. You know, grown-up stuff.
Oh, okay. He kind of looks to Adala, looking for her permission to go.
Yeah, she just kind of gives a small nod.
Mark nods back to acknowledge it and then walks out with Anakin. And he'll just be telling him sort of fairly innocuous stuff about the hub, you know, as they go past something like just sort of pointing out, that room's off to the library and that one's and just chatting as they go.
Let me see. Where is this person that I'm looking for? Hold on. That would be in there. Okay. Yeah, Mr. Time looks kind of strange. Mark, a word, please.
Mark sort of tenses. He turns around and looks at him and says, "Yes, Mr. Time."
Lowers his voice. I need to speak to the boy. He needs to come to the portal room with me. We're due off any moment.
Look, you heard. Adala doesn't want to let him go. If you can persuade her, sure, I'll take him. But I've just given my word I'm taking him for something to eat.
Mr. Walker, I don't know if you understand what's happening here, but this is very important that we get young Anakin to the portal as soon as we can. It is for everyone's sake.
Can you tell me more?
Yes, he turns out to be a psychotic killer of millions of people.
So looks down at the young, innocent-looking kid and looks back at Mr. Time and says, "You're shitting me."
I am not. You can... Here. And he brings up, like, what essentially is, looks like a tablet. And, kind of like, there's a lot of these movies. You see, here he is here being trained. Here he is being older. He kind of like runs you through the whole like timeline of Darth Vader very quickly. There's not enough to get a sense of what's happening exactly, but he gives you the gist that he turns into this murderous person because of his failings and his teacher's failings. He's like, I don't know who that one is, but she's not in these movies exactly, so I'm a bit concerned. It's supposed to be someone called Obi-Wan Kenobi. Not her.
But surely now we've changed all this, right? We've brought him here. We can teach him better than that.
We can, but Jedi? No. I believe if he is taught by her or the other one, then he will turn out to be just the same, yes. That is why I said, bring him here so we can train him. It was no deal to bring any others with us. That you did, it's understandable for the recruitment, as Boromir has asked you to do, but perhaps in this case not wise.
Well, it's also the compassionate thing to do.
That's fine. I understand that. I understand that. But, as I said, simply bring the boy to me. I'll take him away. He'll be fine. But he cannot be trained by Jedi.
Stops. Okay, and then he'll turn back to Adala and said, Adala, Mr. Times just explained something to me. He has to take Anakin away. He'll keep
A very serious expression crosses her face.
And Mark walks Anakin back to the bed and says, "Look, I brought him back, but he has to go with Mr. Time."
Oh, I don't think so. He stays here with me, with Master Qui-Gon.
Yeah, but I've just seen what happens if you train him. You mean well, but it all turns out badly.
What do you mean?
Mr. Time, can you show her? And
he walks over, and this is, as I said, this is long, and anyway, yes, right here, this is him. I believe he's in his mid-20s sometime. and he starts showing you the picture of this young man. It's unclear who it is. Walk into the Jedi Temple and begin killing younglings. It's quite like startling. You have no idea who this person is.
No.
This is him when he grows
Perhaps
older.
these files are incomplete. That's not possible.
It is. You would have to watch the whole thing. It's these. It would be hours and hours and hours. But we.
Then we will wait
I.
hours and hours
You don't
and
understand.
hours.
I have a deadline, and you see that Boromir and Doctori walk in. I do not want to have to call my personnel in, my security personnel in here, but I will if I have to.
She stands
Mark
from the
says-
bed.
Mark says, Adala, look, he's not exactly Mr. Personality, but he tends to be right. If he's seen this, it is going to happen. I know you don't want to believe it. But look, we fought alongside you. We rescued you. We brought you here. We're trying to rescue your master. But if he says this is going to happen to the boy, then crappy as it is, it's going to happen to the boy.
You brought me here, yes. You brought him here. But from the beginning, we know you were looking for him. And I
Yeah.
still don't know whether I trust any of what you have said.
And you know what? We could have just brought him if that's all we wanted. But we wanted to help. It's what we do.
And where do you plan on taking him?
Somewhere where he cannot be a danger to himself or others.
That is not an answer that I'm willing to accept.
A place of peace and prosperity. I was going to place him with the Vulcans to learn of logic and no emotions whatsoever. They do a better job of it than you.
What are the Vulcans? I haven't heard of them.
They are, McCoy says, "Damn Vulcan logic." Yes, from his timeline.
He doesn't seem to like them very much.
Oh, I don't like anyone. And he just grumbles. But the Vulcans, they could purge the logic from anyone, probably. Or, yeah, motion, sorry.
Mark's looking at him and he says, look, you've got to believe him. I know this is hard, but we haven't got long.
Master Qui-Gon placed that boy in my care. He put his trust in me.
Yeah. Does that mean you have to do it yourself, or does that mean you have to do what's best for him?
You said that we must train him.
No, he told me that he must be trained.
She looks towards Anakin. And looks towards the shiny dome of Mr. Time with a disapproving glare. But then looks towards Mark. You allow me to visit with him, to see him, to make sure nothing is untoward. Only under that condition will I allow this to happen.
Turns towards Mr. Time and says, seems pretty reasonable to me.
Perhaps.
Perhaps. That is not the answer that will get you what you want, Mr. Time.
If I wanted... Look, This is very unreasonable of everyone. If I wanted to take the child, I could. You are injured, and I have security forces, and these are all my agents, plus the other security protocols in the hub. It is ridiculous. I am tired of explaining myself.
Look, you can just meet her halfway. It's called being nice.
In the Temper Wars, there is no room for such niceties. Don't you know that, Mark? You have fought and fought and fought your whole life. What has nice gotten you? A broken heart? A family destroyed and murdered? Don't you want to be able to save them, Mark? This is all in the plan to restore your time to what it should be.
As he's speaking, Adala sees Mark's hands clench round the edge of the bed. His knuckles go white. And it looks for a moment like he's going to turn around and take a swing at Mr. Time when he mentions his family. And takes a breath. And then his knuckles sort of relax a bit and go back to the normal colour. He says, yeah, war is crap. But this is only as crap as we make it. Let her visit the kid. You're getting to do the right thing. The end's the same. This is just a bit more human.
I'm sorry,
And
Mr.
sure,
Walker, you do not know that it is the same. It is not the same. One small deviation in a timeline can change everything. Perhaps she sees him 10 years from now, and, well, he is quite prone to falling in love with a slightly older woman. I could easily see this happen, and this is the problem. This is one of his problems from the beginning. It doesn't matter now. It looks like the portal gate has closed to where I need to send him. We will have to wait until it opens again. I guess he is here now. Thank you, Mr. Walker. Thank you for wasting time. Thank you for putting everyone at risk. You do that very well, sir. And he turns around and just immediately walks off.
Mark stands up, and as he turns away, Mark tries to just rugby tackle.
Yeah, you just go through him, and it feels like you just jumped in water. Boromir, oh, Mark, please stop that. Come on. And they...
Mark's just yelling insults at Mr. Time. He's calling him everything under the sun.
Yeah.
Cold-blooded arsehole, fucking son of a bitch. You know, everything he can come up with, he's just yelling at him, and he's like swinging punches at his head. He knows it's not.
Yeah, Boromir and Doctori kind of wrestle you back, holding you back as you're flailing at Mr. Time. And the scene is chaotic as Anakin's looking back and forth from different people, kind of out of earshot of what was being said for the most part. And with that, unless somebody else has something to add. Alright.
The shit's getting dark.
That's it.
Alright.
Oh, thank you.
Christ.
Jedi.
Mr. Time's a dick.
Yeah, fuck that
He
guy.
really is.
I don't trust him one bit.